this class, we are going to discuss about transportation problem. We have already discussed about transportation problem for northwest corner method and least cost method. This class, we are going to discuss about the Vogel's approximation method. These are the methods used to get the initial basic feasible solution, as we have already discussed in our previous class. So for northwest corner method and least cost method, you can refer the previous videos. So let us start the class. I have taken the same example what we have taken for the least cost method, and we will do it by Vogel's approximation method. Let us start. This method is also called penalty method. So what do we need to do? We need to calculate the penalty for this row and column. So for this row, if you see, the least cost is 2 and the next least cost, if we see, it is 3. So we have to take the difference between the least cost and the next least cost. So 3 minus 2, it is 1. In this case, if we see, least cost is 0 and the next is 1. So 1 minus 0, we can take 1 here. For this case, it is 5 and 8. So the difference is 3 here. Again, we have to calculate the column wise. It will be like this. Okay. So we calculate for column wise. If we calculate column wise, if we see, least cost is 1 and the next least cost is 7. So 7 minus 1, it is 6. For this case, it is 6 and 11. So the difference is 5 here. For this case, it is 3 and 0. Difference is 3. For this case, 2 and 1. So the difference is 1. Which is the highest penalty here? If you see, the highest penalty is 6. Highest penalty is 6. So what we need to do? First we need to do the allocation for this column. So here, see how much, what is the least cost? If you go through this column, then the least cost is 1. So first allocation will be do here only 1. If we allocated this one, then here 1 is there. And this column is cancelled because supply already fulfilled. So next penalty we need to calculate. That is P2. For the same, the difference will be 1. Here there is no supply, so there will be no calculation. Here the difference is again 3. Here if you go like this, here 7 and next is 9. Because 1 is already allocated and this row is cancelled. So the 9 minus 7 difference is 2. Here 11 and 15. The difference 15 minus 11 is 4. Then 8, 3. 8 minus 3, 5. Here 5 and 2. This is 3. So if you see, the highest penalty is here 5. If 5 is the highest penalty, what is the least cost in this 2? Because this is cancelled. So we need to calculate for this. So least cost is 3. So maximum how much allocation we can do? Here the supply is 6 and demand is 5. So the minimum only we have to take 5 here. and this becomes 1. Again this column is cancelled because it is fulfilled. Now we calculate the penalty P3. For this it is 2 and 7 because this yes, it is there actually. So it is 2, and if you say the difference is 2 and 11, 2 and 7. So 7 minus 2, it is 5. Because here 2 is the least, and the next least if you see, then it is 7. So 7 minus 2 is 5. Here there is no requirement. Here 5, 15 and 9 is there. 5 is the least cost. Next least is 9. So 9 minus 5 is 4. This way the same thing, 9 minus 7, 2. Then 15 minus 11, 4. This one done, already cancelled. This is 5 minus 2, 3. So which one is the maximum allocation? We have to check row and column wise. So this is the maximum. If this is maximum, how much we can allocate here? And the least cost is 2. So least cost in this row, if you see, least cost is 2. Maximum allocation, how much we can do? We can allocate 1 only here. Because supply is 1 and demand is 7. So this becomes 6 now. And this row done, cancel. Because it is already allocated. Now we need to calculate the P4. There is no calculation here because it is done. Allocation done. Here also done. So again we have to calculate 5 and 9. 9 minus 5 is 4. Then this case done. The maximum is 9 here because these 2 row cancel. Only 1 row left here. So if you see in this column only 9. For this it is 15. For this it is done. For this it is 5. So if you see, the maximum value is 15. So we need to allocate here. If it is 15, so how much we can allocate here? We can allocate here 3. Because the demand is 3. This becomes 7. Okay. Next we have to do P5. Here no allocation done. Here the difference is, this is 5 and 9, 4. Okay. This is 3, we have already allocated, so this is cancelled actually. Okay. Now 5, 9, 4. Now the maximum is here. Again 9. Here done. Here also done. Maximum is 5. So the maximum here is 9. So 9, how much the maximum allocation we can do here? The maximum is 1 only. Because demand is 1, supply is 7. So this becomes 6 now. Again we have to calculate the P6. P6 here done. In this case it is done actually. This is cancelled because this was 1. 1 is done. This is the maximum, if you see, it is 5. Okay. And here it is done. No need to, because allocation done. This one allocation done. Here also allocation done. Here 5 left. So here 5, here 5. We can do only one column, only one cell is left here. So we can do the allocation. Here the demand is 6 and the supply is also 6. So we can do the allocation here. We can check now what is the number of allocations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So the number of allocation is 6. Let us calculate the total cost. And the total transportation cost equal to 1 into 2, 1 into 2 plus 5 into 3 plus 1 into 1 plus this is 6 into 5 plus 3 into 15 plus 9 into 1, which is equal to, so let us calculate the total transportation cost. If you see, the total transportation cost is 1 into 2, 5 into 3 plus 1 into 1, 1 into 1 plus 6 into 5 plus 3 into 15 plus 1 into 9. Let us calculate the value. So this is equal to 2 plus 15 plus 1 plus 30 plus 45 plus 9. If we calculate the total value, then we get 102 is the answer. This is 102. If you see, this question only we have discussed for least cost method and our answer was 116. For this case, it is 102. So if you see, this method may be very close to our optimal solution. So for the optimality test, we can go for the Modi method or the modified distribution method, which is called Modi method. So that method we are going to discuss in our next class. Hope you understand the video. If you like the video, please share with your friends and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much.